And as you all know, the AEC lost one of its best friends this year with the untimely death of our past president, Rex Babin. Kathleen Babin has sent along a collection of photos of Rex doing what he loved with the people he loved. And Jack Ohman has a few words he'd like to say in remembrance. Jack?
I've known many cartoonists over the years. I look out in the room and I see many of you who I've known for 25 years. Your friendship is priceless to me. Your friendship was priceless to Rex. I detest unrealistic tributes. Tonight I want to speak of Rex as the way he was. Last night I had a long talk with Rex's wife, Kathleen. Kathleen is a strong woman, and we had an extremely emotional talk about this convention. I cannot report to you that Kathleen is anything other than truly devastated, but she is taking a lot of comfort in all the words you have passed on to me to tell her. Now, she is going to be okay. She's a tough woman from Minnesota, and she's hanging in there, taking good care of Sebastian. She asked me to send her love, and Rex was still talking about coming to D.C., to me and to her till nearly the moment he died. I'm not going to say anything that smacks of Hallmark greeting card sentiment because I do not know that Rex is here or that Rex is looking down or anything like that. I know that Rex is in your hearts tonight, and that is a very real presence. The thing I liked the most about Rex was that he was passionate. My ex-wife used to say that about me, and fat lot of good it did me. But Rex really was. Rex could get pissed off about anything. The smaller, the better. Rex was a master of the microscopic observation stretched out over the maximum period of time. He would hold up an idea and see if he could express it 10 different ways. He was also blunt and profane. He'd call me up, "Hey, fucker." Cal never calls me up and says, "Hey, fucker." Never. He does call up and say, "Hey, old chap." So after "Hey, fucker," he would be bluntly observing something or the other. He bluntly observed things about me, his peers, his craft, medicine, literature, science, sports, and art. He was truly a magnificent Renaissance man. Rex really loved cartooning, and he loved all of you. He even kind of loved Joel. He loved to talk about the tedious minutiae of our shriveling trade. I can recall hours of fun discussing the various shortcomings of my work and hours extolling the virtues of his own. Rex also loved himself, too. Rex knew he was a real artist in this profession, a damn good one, a great one. Pat Oliphant pulled him out of the pile one time, a pile of us, and said he was the best. Gave him an award. Not some damned assistant photo editor of the El Paso paper, Pat Oliphant. Rex was very proud of that. Rex had the soul of a bon vivant wrapped in the shell of a family man. He's the only man I know whom I absolutely, completely convinced 100% was faithful to his wife. Rex knew so much about so many things that were so cool to know about that I felt like something of a cartoonist around him. He could cook. He was a great athlete who conveyed his competitiveness in a way that didn't make you want to punch him. I remember going to New York about 20 years ago. Rex and Kathleen and Frank Camuso and I think Matt Davies and Lucy and I met up with my ex-wife and we went out for drinks and we went to Jeff Danziger's for a party where we talked to Jules Pfeiffer and Ed Sorrell and Barry Blitt and Mark Stamety, and my God, we were in heaven. Can you imagine? 30 years old and Jules Pfeiffer was talking to us. Rex always had a plan. No one was more excited about life than Rex. Let's go to the Keenhold exhibit at MoMA. Let's go out for drinks. Let's go to this other awesome restaurant. Rex was a doer. Even when he bitched entertainingly, not bitterly like me. He retained an ironic manner in a way that not many of us could possess during the course of his illness. You know how he died. You know what he went through? He would lie on the floor of his living room to find a position where his tumor didn't hurt him because he didn't want to take Tylenol. He didn't want to take pain medications, so he'd be clear for his son. He took Tylenol 3. A month before he died, he was lying on the floor. I felt stupid sitting on the floor looking down. I got down on the floor next to him. Kathleen lay down with us. He said, "Put your hand on the tumor. It's right here." I hesitated. I then did it because he wanted me to. It was hard and impermeable, and he was scared. But I think he wanted me to know that he could take the pain and the discomfort. It was almost like his last athletic feat, the last one he could perform, was gutting out the pain. And when he died, he would have just laughed at some of the articles. They had every bell and whistle they could write about cartoonists except for them damn pictures. The ones that list the accolades, the pertinent dates, the places of employment, and a quote or two from a politician who was lashed by him but didn't take it personally. He also would have been rather secretly thrilled by them. The thing is, like Tom Sawyer, Rex got to go to his own funeral. I saw his wall in his living room covered with lovely cards from most of the cartoonists I know here tonight. Rob Rogers did one that is truly his best cartoon ever, because it was blunt and real and did not pull punches like we were all forced to do sometimes. The reason cartoonists were truly upset by Rex's death wasn't that we just kind of knew him, we really knew him. My last walk with Rex was punctuated by a chance encounter with a very healthy young couple about 40. They were on a run. They looked beautiful. They were in the full flush of middle-aged health. The man, who was some sort of lobbyist, asked Rex if he could do anything for him. Rex made a tight little mouth, and then he smiled, a very crooked smile, and he said, "Yeah, take me out for a walk sometime, fucker." He said that the way he would have drawn it, right in the gut. The man blanched. The couple walked away. I never admired Rex more than I did in that precise moment. We all have a Rex in our lives. We all know someone who is staring right down the barrel right now, and we are not. Our friend Monty Wolverton has had a hard summer, for example. Monty lost his beloved wife just weeks ago. Let's tell Monty that we are here for him too. Let's not avoid the pain of our friends. Let's help them. Rex would always be on the job for you guys, no question. Please stay in touch with Kathleen if you feel close enough to do so. This is what we can do for Rex now. Let's send a note to the Lokers or call them. They're here now. They're here now to feel your love for them, and let's not wait. We are a small planet of cartoonists now. We are drifting, and we may be lost. Some of us are wounded badly. I have been. It could be worse, but we are not doomed. We are figuring a way out, the best effort of our corporate newspaper bean counters notwithstanding. For Rex, the best way to fight was to swing and get up. Rex might have described the scene in Animal House, where Doug Kenny gets up and says, "Well, what are we going to do now, you morons?" Well, morons, we are going to think about our boy Babin, and we are going to go out fighting, and we are going to go out classy the way Rex did. And maybe we won't go out before our time, but we shall continue this struggle through the fall, the winter, and the spring, and the summer, and we will not keep sitting in the fetal position, waiting helplessly. Did you see what Mike Thompson is doing? He's not on his ass singing the blues. He's working his Minnesota chops off, not only to survive, but going the extra mile to excel. He is my kind of colleague. Cal is punching. Chip is punching. Kelly is punching. Raul is punching. Matt Bors is punching. Sorensen is punching. Ann Telnis is punching. Horsey is punching. Do you talk to these men, these courageous men from Uzbekistan? Talk to them. Life is hard there. They deal with humor on the firewall instead of rage. They are punching. Rex was fighting until the sad moment he died. He wanted to go to Mayo. I was all in. Fight, Rex. And we shall fight now, too. And if we get a break, we could win.
Thank you, Jack. That was beautiful. We all miss Rex. Rex was probably one of the first cartoonists I ever met when I joined the AAC. We all sort of came in at the same class along with Mike Ramirez, and his loss was the loss of him was a loss I think it's going to take the AAC probably will never fully recover from. But